Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. I am going to be doing a full coverage foundation today. It is a full routine on what you want to do if you're going to be out in the sun all day, or you have something to wear you want to have super slayed face and you don't want it to fudge. If you want to know how to do that, then keep on watching. So to get started, I always prime. I already did that before I started, so I think I just spit. Anywho, so I'm going to go straight in with the foundation. When I'm doing full coverage, I always like to use a beauty blender. And for this routine, for the full coverage, kind of sweat-proof, hardcore routine, I use 3 different beauty blenders. One for foundation, one for the dark contour, the cream contour, and then one for the highlight under my eyes and nose and chin and such. So I'm going to go in now with the large wet beauty blender to apply my foundation. When I get to my neck, instead of patting it all over my neck, I like to just start sweeping it down, and I'll come back and apply some more in a minute, but I just don't like to have a huge layer of foundation on my neck, because the whole reason I'm putting it on my neck is so I don't have a weird straight line of foundation. So down the neck I like to blend out and become less and less and less and blend out into my body. Now that that is all snatched and blended out, I go in with my cream contour. Now I don't use very dark of a cream contour. I got this Revlon color stay. It's probably only maybe 1-2 shades darker than my foundation is, but I use a couple of shades lighter highlight under my nose and stuff like that. So when you add it up between the highlight and the contour, it's a couple shades away from each other. So I only go 1 shade darker and maybe 1 shade lighter than the foundation. So I take a foundation brush to apply the contour before I come in with the beauty blender to blend it out. So I always put a little bit of the cream contour right underneath my bottom lip to make it look pouty and cute, and a little bit up the sides of my nose too. Now it's all applied and ready for blending. Out, I go in with that foundation brush again. I use Pampers Baby Wipes constantly when I do makeup. They work super well for just about anything I need makeup wise. So I take one of those and I wipe that brush off a little bit to get that dark contour off of it, and I go in with my highlight color. So I totally forgot that I have not even been telling you guys the products that I've been using. So For my full coverage foundation, this foundation that I found, which I am really in love with right now, it goes on full coverage. It stays on all day. It looks amazing. It doesn't settle into my pores. It doesn't settle into my lines, which I have a huge problem with. I'm always super dry in the winter, super greasy in the summer, and this works for everything. It is Stila Stay All Day Foundation, and it is, I love the packaging. It's gold, and it has this awesome little pump on the top to pump the foundation out, and it's just the best thing I've tried so far. And I think I did actually tell you all about the contour color, but that's the Revlon Color Stay. It's a compact and concealer. There's a little concealer on the top that's a bit lighter than the compact, which I don't really use that very much, but the compact works well for my contour. So for the highlight and concealer portion of my face, I'm using a Makeup Forever Stick Foundation in a shade that is my winter shade right now. It's too light, and it's a really thick foundation, so it works well as concealer. Once I put that setting powder on, it works perfect. So I'm going to apply this on my highlight areas and then go in and blend it out afterwards. So I don't go all the way up my nose with the highlight. I feel like the top of my nose is a little bit thick, so I keep mostly the dark contour up there and then stick with the light just towards the bottom and the tip so it looks super skinny. I'm going to put some of this right underneath that dark contour. Now when you do that, don't put it right where you want it to end up. Go below that a little bit so that when you blend it out, because you're going to blend up, and if you put it too high, you're just going to blend right over that contour and it's just going to cover up what you've done already. So go down just a little bit and you can blend it up. So just recently I started going up with my highlight concealer all the way up to the temples. I used to go dark there, but I realized that, you know, wherever you put dark contour, it's going to sink it in, and I don't exactly want my temples to look like they're sunken in. So I bring that highlight all the way up to the temple. Not highlight, concealer. Okay, so now that I have all that applied, I am going to go in with, see, I took the other little beauty blender I had was for dark. I have one especially for light. So I'm going to go in with that now and blend all the light out. So I blend out my under eyes last because I just don't want them to have any time to fall into the creases of my under eyes before I can get that setting powder on and lock it in all day. So now I've blended it all out. I'm going to go in with that same little wet beauty blender that I was using to blend it out and dip the top corner into my favorite setting powder of all time, Mercier setting powder. This stuff is like magical to me. So I'm going to do this and then bake. So this is setting, not baking. For me to set, it's just different. See, it's already trying to go into the creases. That's where I set first. Ooh. Dropped it. So I'm gonna grab some more because I dropped it. Okay, so setting, I'm just going to like push it into just right under my eyes, not everywhere, to just really set that bottom eye before I bake. is different from baking because setting, I mean, you just take a little bit of the setting powder and you set it. And yeah, that does help your makeup set. But if you really want like bulletproof makeup, sweat-proof, sun-proof, you're going to want to bake your face. Baking, it's you put on enough powder for it to literally cover up your pores, and your skin bakes your makeup that way. And it works amazing. If you've never tried it, you need to. So I'm going to show you how to do it. You just I grab my big wet beauty blender for this, and I grab just like as much as I possibly can on that sucker. And I cake it on until, I mean, it's just like I know that my skin can't breathe anymore. So I'm putting this under my eyes, but I'm also putting it other places that during the day my face tends to get greasy or the makeup tends to fall off. So for me, that's my nose and my chin, and even sometimes the bottom of my cheeks. So I'm going to do my under eyes, nose, chin, and right underneath that contour. So you're going to just do whatever you need to do for about 10-15 minutes and let that bake. I'll be right back. Alrighty then, now that I've ate a bunch of chicken nuggets, watched a YouTube video, and chilled for a while, I am officially baked. But before I sweep it off, I'm going to go into first, I'm going to grab a huge fluffy brush and go into a powdered contour color just to sweep, not a lot, just a little bit, so I can set this dark contour color I have. Just a tiny bit. I'm going to take that same big fluffy brush and just start to sweep away all this crazy setting powder. Alright, that's all swept away. I swear your makeup is really not going to move after that. Still, in the end, we're going to use setting spray, but baking seriously creates a makeup look that's going to last through a whole lot that you can throw at it. It's amazing. So now I am going to, where are you, bronzer? Here it is. Okay, so now I'm going to use a bronzer. I have this little bronzer sample. It's super awesome. I'm going to use this humongous fan brush here. Pick up a lot. I just go around like this on one side. And I sweep it around my face just to bronze myself up. It's summertime. I want to be bronze. So next I'm going to go in with a little bit of blush to brighten up my face and give it a little bit of color. I don't ever use a lot of blush. I use just a tiny bit. I have this tiny brush. It's an angled brush, but it is super fluffy, so it doesn't ever pick up too much color. I'm going to tap that out anyways because I only just want a little bit. Alright, so I a little bit of color now. So my eyes are done, foundation's done, contour is done, bronzer's done, blush. What is last? But the holy grail of glow. So I have this cream glow right now. I have this little circle of, it has a bronzer in it and it has a blush. They're all iridescent, and this highlight on the top. So what I've been doing lately is grabbing a little bit of this cream highlighter, applying that, and then applying even more powder highlighter on top, because I can't help myself and I love to glow. Okay, now that cream highlighter is applied, I'm going to go into my little Sephora wheel right here. I'm going to use the highlighter in this right now. It's really like a pinky, iridescent. It's really, really pretty. So I love it. And I'm just going to grab this. I think this is a blush brush, but I'm just going to go in and grab some of that with the blush brush and apply it over my cheekbones first, and then my nose, upper lip, and chin. Those two together, I swear, just, it's beautiful. Now, the last thing I do, I know this seems like a lot of steps, but this is a long routine to a foundation look that really isn't going to go anywhere. So just recently I got my hands on this Winky Lux diamond powder. I read online what it was about. It says it has light behind it, just to wherever you want to put it, it kind of just covers imperfections and brightens and things like that. And I have 2 toddlers, so the place that I need that is under my eyes. So I just grab a little bit of that and apply it underneath, right underneath my eye. Apparently I'm putting it everywhere else too. So figure out whatever you want to put on your lips, and then we'll do some setting spray. So I might have went a little bit ham on these lips. So I do not own any iridescent lip glosses or liquid lips, so I found a way to make my own. If you want to know how to do that, then sound off in the comments, let me know, and I will make a video about it. For this video, this is it. So last thing you want to do is always use a setting powder. Setting spray. We already did the setting powder. So I'm going to use Urban Decay De-Slick Makeup Setting Spray. It's the summertime. I get greasy, so De-Slick works well for me. During the winter time, it's not the same story. But for now, this is what I'm going to use. So, if you like this video, please like it, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time, beauties.